So the 400 years of advantage myth coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense, Logic, and Reason. And I want to say thank y'all for joining me today, and I always greatly appreciate it. So I want to, in this video, I want to retouch this whole 400 years of advantage nonsense that you often hear from black people. And this is basically yet another excuse for victimhood. And you know that blacks are always looking for evidence of this excuses for victimhood to prove that America is a racist society with all this systemic white supremacy and all whatnot. But what is the 400 years of myth? Well, if you have heard of it before, which I'll be shocked if you haven't, but it just simply says that white people or blacks believe that white people in America have an advantage over black people because they have an advantage over us because we were oppressed for 400 years, right? Whether it be because of slavery or Jim Crow, segregation, whatever, whatnot. White people have oppressed black people, and therefore they had an economic advantage on us, and we're lagging behind trying to catch up with it. Now, here's the problem with that argument, and this is the real problem with that argument, is that it gives an incorrect view of capitalism. It tries to paint this picture that, capitalism is to say this long, endless marathon, which everyone is traveling at the same rate, the same speed. So if somebody sorts out the head of another person, where they're going to always have an advantage, or unless some entity comes along and pass a law to close the gap somehow. Again, that's complete misrepresentation of what capitalism is. Well, an accurate representation of what capitalism is would be more like a carousel. And this is a carousel, an economic carousel that is spinning and stopping and spinning and stopping just like any other carousel. And people are getting on and off the carousel in different places, in different spots, at different times, all the time. In this case, you can have someone who grows up in the hood, who grew up dirt poor, and living in the projects, and can grow up to be a millionaire. You can have somebody who is a millionaire who inherited money through some type of trust fund or whatever, and through a series of bad investment, they could be poor and dirt poor. So there is no such thing as an advantage. I mean, if you go out there and roll up your sleeves and get to work, as I've said many times, you can earn what you want. There's no job, there's no income, no lifestyle off limits to anybody in the United States of America. And this is proven by so many other groups who come into this country and prosper. How exactly is it that Asian people are surpassing white people? And people, they will say, all these excuses, they come in with all this money nonsense, and they didn't have our experiences, nonsense. You know why? Because they go out there and do what it takes to earn a higher income per capita than white people, to surpass white people in just by every metric in society other than percentage of population. So again, this 400 years advantage is a myth, it's nonsense. And it's just excuse after excuse, just another excuse that black people continue to use to be victims. And I mean, you would think that at one point in time, at one point, we had black people will look around at other people being successful and say, well, maybe we should duplicate what they're doing. Look at what they did to produce a success. Maybe we should duplicate it, like any other business. Example I like to use all the time is the $5 meals, right? How many fast food places out here have some semblance of a $5 meal? Well, everybody. Why? Because somebody did it first. It became successful, and people mimic success. So why is it that black people do we refuse to mimic success, and we keep hiding behind victimhood that's irrelevant to the day? That's not stopping one single black person in America. Now, if we keep on with that mentality, it won't be 400 years of advantage it'll be crying about. It'll be 500 years of advantage, then 600 years of advantage. Well, if Jesus hasn't returned yet. But anyway, this whole 400 years of advantage myth is completely, totally debunked. So the next time you hear any black person cry about this nonsense, well, now you know, and knowing it's half the battle. And as always, y'all, until next time.